All right, guys. Today is Thursday, February 4th. Um, we are rocking Unit 5, Lesson 5, which is more practice for your division. So it's really the work you put into it that will show us how effective it all is and how great you can get understanding and being comfortable with division. So our challenge questions today, we are going to still hone in on our multiplication skills, but with the decimal. We are going to still work on multiplying by powers of 10. And then you're going to show me how great you are at division. The challenge question has to do with an operation that we have been working on this unit. I'm not going to tell you what to do here, but you're seeing how many 84 cents are in $7.75. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers themed today for the challenge questions because yesterday I went Kansas City, so you got to meet who they're playing against, right? Okay. So open your books to page 205. I'm going to help you with just the left side, right? So 1, 4, 7, and 10. So we'll go through 4 questions together here now, and you're going to first pause, try it yourself, and then watch. And then when we're finished, we're going to completely skip the middle column, and then during the live session, we will work on this area right here. Oops. That doesn't help. And then we're also going to rock this. All right, let me go back. Yes, you see the answer, but that doesn't help us. Let's work through them. All right, so there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can try them all right now and then watch the video. I think the most helpful way to do it is try number 1, unpause, try number 4, unpause, try number 7, unpause. That way, each time you can see what you're doing wrong. And then hopefully by number 10, you're like, I got this, and you get it right. Okay, so number one, we are going to take 546, and we are going to try to figure out how many 6s are in 546. So we're making groups of 6, and the first thing that we're going to do is see how many 6s are in 5. I'm kidding. There's no amount of 6s in 5. It's only 5. You got to see how many 6s are in 54. So you're going to count by 6s until you get near 54. And when you do that, 10 times 6 is 60. So 9 times 6 is 6 smaller than 60. Oh yeah. 9 times 6 is 54, right? Or you can just count by 6s. 6, 12, and what I'm doing is I am hitting 6 times. 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54. What's left over? Nothing, because it's exactly 54. There's nothing left over. Bring down the 6. How many 6s are in 6? 1. Nothing's left over. That answers 91. Now the ones that are a little less liked, double-digit devices. So we have 3,942 divided by 73. How many 73s are in 794? Or I'm sorry, 394. So this is where we all have a different method and how we're going to do this. The more I think about it, I like the method of just guessing halfway between 0 and 10. 73 times 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 7 times 3 is 35. I'm sorry, 7 times 5, 7 times 5 is 35, plus 1 is 36. So when you guess right in the middle, you'll know whether to go higher or lower than 5. Should I go higher or lower than 5? Some of you are saying higher. Some of you are saying it's perfect right there. Well, if I went higher, so this is going to be 5. This is probably what I'm sticking to. If I went one group higher, then that would take out 73, or that would add 73 more, right? Because 73 times 5 is this, so 73 times 6, 8, 13, 4. Do I have 438? No. So this is times 5, this is times 6. So I know I want to take out 5. When I take out 5, I got to see what's left over. So 5 groups is 365. Oops, why am I adding? What's going on with me today? I'm going to take away 1 from the 9 to borrow to see what's left over. 9. There's 29 left over. Bring down the next number. So we know that this is 5, which is too many. So my guess is 4. So let's check our guess. 73 times 4. Same thing. We're all going to do this differently too. Some of us like to use the lattice method on everything. Oh, check that out. It's perfect. No remainder. 4 groups is exactly 292. So that means we're going to take away 4 groups and there's nothing left over. Yeah, we're so happy. 54. Let's try the next one. Remember, feel free to pause and see how close you are to knowing how to do this on your own. Making groups of 13. The first thing we're going to take out of is 94. How many 13s are in 94? Well, if you're like, you know what, 5's good, but I bet you it's bigger because 94 is a lot of 13s. So try 6. 13 times 6. And there's no right guess here. It's just guess and then check. That's 78. Ooh, we can take away probably one more group of 13, right? So you can either redo it and do 13 times 7, or you can just add 13 more to 78. They're going to be the same answer. 21, 07, 91. Perfect. I think we got our winner. 7. What's left over? 3. Some of you guys might say, oh, 3 of them. Well, other people already know 13 times 3 is 39, right? And if you didn't know that, then you could multiply 13 times 3. So, but 3 is too much. So we know we want to take away 2, and I could do 2 in my brain. That's 26. So there's 7 left. $70. Did we get close to 70 before? Yeah, right here. 6 is 78. So was that too much? Yes, it is. So we're going to do 13 times 5. 13. 5 times 3 is 15. There's 5 left over. So the remainder is 5. So that means there's 5 left over, but you needed 13. So the answer is 725 and 3/15. Or your book's going to say 725, remainder 5. Okay, 2007. It was a good year. 2007 divided by 8. How many 8s are in 2? Oh, you better not have said 4. You can't pull groups of 8 from 2. So let's go to 20. How many 8s are in 20? 8, 16, 24. Too many. Pull out 2. What's left over? Well, that was 16. So there's 4 left over. Bring down the next digit. How many 8s are in 40? 5. Is there anything left over? Nope. Mr. Stahl, I thought we were supposed to subtract there. Okay, you can subtract if you want to. That's fine, but I just know there's nothing left over. Remember, your steps are pull out groups, write it up here, tell me what's left over, bring down the next number, repeat. Pull out groups, tell me what's left over, bring down the next number, repeat. That's all you're doing. So we're on bring down the next number. How many 8s are in 7? Zip. I'm out of numbers. No problem. That's your remainder. So your computer or the book's going to say remainder 7. But we know better than that. There's 7/8 of a group. There's 7/8 of a group. Check us out. Hope you guys are getting more comfortable with this. I really do. All right, we'll do these 4 questions during our live session. Let's jump over here. We have 2 more questions left. So take your time. Did you guys hear about the Thomases? Oh, them Thomases. They got a rectangular backyard, and they already know the area, and they know what one side is, but they don't know what the other side is. They don't. How do you know the area of your backyard, and you know how long it is, but you don't know how wide it is? Did your long measuring tape break? And if it broke, how did you get the area? Some confusing stuff. All right. So when you know area and you know one side, to find the other side, you divide. And I always just come up with some fake number to make this point. Like 10. If the area is 10 and we know one side's 2, what's the other side? Yeah, 5. How do you find 5? Oh, you take the area, you divide it by the outside, and that would help us find that number. So why do I do this? Because it helps me set up my problem. So 10 divided by 2 is how I'd find this one. So the real problem is 2,352. And I would divide that by the known side, which is 56. So the first thing I'm going to go into is 223, 235. Now, if you feel like you're lost, as long as you know you're making groups of 56 and the first thing you go into is 235, you're not lost. You're not lost. So now, remember, there's many different tricks to figure out this number right here. Whenever my number's close to 50, I like just counting by 50s because it's easy. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, too many. So through that guess, I got 4. I'm going to stick with 4. I'm going to try to figure out first how close 4 groups of 56 is to 235. 6 times 4 is 24, and 5 times 4 is 20. So that answer is 224. Yeah, that's super close. That was a good one. So I put 4 down right here, and I put 224 here. Put 1, 1. 11's left over. If you still feel like you're lost, do you know what we're doing next? If you said bring down the 2, you're not lost, my friend. Give yourself credit. Now we want to pull out 56. How many 56s? My guess is 2. So I'm going to go 56 times 2 to see how close 2 56s is. Check that out. I figured it was going to be perfect. So I pulled out 2 and there's nothing left over. So your answer there is 42 feet. Sorry, forgot feet. Can't forget feet. And then the last one we're going to rock together is 16. Number 16, students in the marching band sold calendars to raise money for new uniforms. Violet sold 24 calendars for a total of $186. How much did each calendar cost? So the total is 186. You want to figure out how many 24s that is. When you figure out how many 24s that is, we'll know how much it costs per. So 24 cannot go into 1, it cannot go into 18, but it can go into 186. So I'm going to count by 25s. 25, 50, 75, $1 or 100, 125, 150, 175. So 4, 5, 6, 7. My guess is 7. So I'm going to put a light 7 because 7 could be wrong. Now I'm going to figure out what 24 times 7 is. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 2 is 14. 8, 6, 1. Yeah, I'm within 20. That was a good guess. 168. 18 left over. So how much did each cost? This is where things are going to get a little more difficult because I did not yet teach you how to come up with a decimal. So we know the answer is $7, but we don't know the fraction left over because it's all a remainder, right? So it's $7 and it's 18/24ths of a dollar. Our next step, which actually I believe is next lesson, I'm going to teach you how to figure out decimals. But here, instead, we got to use our other knowledge. Keep simplifying. This would be 9/12. Can you simplify 9/12? Yes, you can. You can count by threes. How many threes are in 9? 3. How many threes are in 12? 4. Do you know what 3/4 of a dollar is? Oh, yeah, fourths are quarters. What's 3/4? $7.75, right? Or 3 3/4 of a dollar. All right. That's what I have for you today. And I will see you for the live session. We'll keep rocking these. See you at 10:30.